We are live. Good morning, everyone. I don't do patience very well, and it's not quite 11 o'clock yet. I still got 1 minute, but I'm sitting here going, twiddling my thumbs. Okay, come on, 11 o'clock. Come on, 11 o'clock. And just what the heck? I'm going to just jump in and do it. Are any of you guys like that? Are you just so excited to do something and you just want to do it and get started on it because you know there are going to be such wonderful results when it's all done and said? Me, I'm always excited about doing things and seeing what happens, and it's now 11 o'clock, so we're right on time. Good morning, everyone, and I am Nancy Becker, the Chief Flying Pig Wrangler for Business Success Unlimited, and I'm here today to share with you the working name for this program, and you guys can chime in, let me know what you think. If you have some suggestions, let me know. But I'm thinking tips from the trough. How does that sound? Do I get thumbs up? Do I get some likes on that? Let me know what you think about that. But whatever, I'm here today to share some tips with you. And I talk to people all the time, and they ask me how I got started doing what I'm doing. And I say, well, it's not easy to run a business, no matter who you are. There's always something to be done. Not only the same old that you do day in and day out, but there's always something new to learn and new technology to implement, different things like that going on that keep you functioning, keep your business moving forward. And it's hard, especially if you're a one person business. If you have to do it all, back back in the day, I hate these phrases, don't you guys? But it's what I grew up with, and so it's what I use. And so back in the day, the term was chief cook and bottle washer. Does anyone know where that phrase actually comes from? I'm going to have to do some research and figure it out. But if you feel like you're the chief cook and bottle washer, you're the only one and you're doing everything, life can get pretty overwhelming, especially when you add in life things like family, kids. What are you going to have for dinner tonight? How do you deal with all of those things when you're also dealing with where's my next dollar coming from? What is it that I need to do to keep my customers, my clients happy and to support them? How am I going to do all of these things? That's really hard. I get it. But then when you add in things like, I did not want to get up this morning. I was tired. I didn't sleep well last night. My husband didn't sleep well last night. We both of us were just banging around in that bed, rolling from side to side. And, it just was not a fun night. And I didn't want to get up this morning, but I knew I had things to do. I knew he had things to do for his business. And, so we had to say, all right, for me, it was put on my big girl pajamas and get up and get out to the living room where I can sit down and put on my computer on my lap and start to work. And there's lots and lots of things, well, just as simple as that go on a daily basis that we have to deal with when we have medical conditions and chronic illnesses. So today's tip is something really simple, but it's something that we don't do and we really need to. And that's a little bit of mindset, a little bit of actual creativity of work. What tools make it easier for you to get your work done? How do you do that? And I was thinking about that, and I actually was looking at a book at the bookstore yesterday, and I came up with this wonderful journal. And I was looking at the pages, and I didn't buy it because it was 260 pages of the exact same thing repeated over and over and over again. But it was a journal, and it was a journal focused on doing 90-day results on things. And the pages said, and I think this makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to come up I may come up with my own journal eventually, but why do we do things over again just to put them in our name when there's something perfectly reasonable out there? And the first thing that you should think about when you wake up in the morning is, what are you grateful for? And by the way, you need to write these things down. They need to be where you can see them. Science has shown that there's something about taking that pen in your hand and writing down a thought on paper that actually makes it more real. So write down one thing that you're grateful for. And starting out, you've picked some goals, 90-day goals. And so, where are you on that timeline? If this is day one, you've got 90 days to complete that goal. If this is day 48, you've got 52 more days to complete this. You know, different things like that. So write down your goals and figure out when you're going to accomplish them. The next thing that's important to do is to find the 3 things that you need to accomplish in order to achieve that goal. Then the next thing that you need to do is, what are today's tasks that are going to lead you to accomplishing that goal? That you do in the morning. And that sets your day up for activities during the day. Then in the evening, sit down and look around you. What wonderful thing happened for you today? Maybe you accomplished one of your goals. Maybe it was something totally outside of anything that you had thought would ever happen. It was a miracle. Something wonderful happened. It could be something big, it could be something small, but some things wonderful happened for you today. What are they? Did you have any problems today? Were there any struggles that you had today? If you had some struggles, pick 3. If you didn't have 3, that's one of the wonderful things that happened today, isn't it? Is that you didn't have 3 struggles. But if you did, write them down. Then think about, and an example of that might be, I didn't want to get up this morning because I didn't sleep last night. That was a struggle. What did I do? I just said, come on, Nancy, you got things to do. You got to get up. You got to get going. And I did it. And I'm here and I'm doing my live with you guys. So that was a solution. What are maybe some other struggles that you have had? I had to get to a doctor's appointment. I didn't have any way of getting there. That was a struggle. How could you possibly have solved that struggle? In the little town where I live, there are no taxis. We're not big enough for taxis, but there's a bus that has a route, and you can actually call and schedule a pickup on that route, and they'll come right to your house and pick you up and take you where you want to go. And it costs like $1. I mean, so if I had absolutely needed to get to that doctor's appointment and there was no other way for me to get there and it was local, I could have called for that van to come and get me. So think about solutions to the struggles that you had. And then ask yourself, Are you any closer to the goal that you set for yourself? Are you any closer to it today than you were yesterday? Yes or no? And then write down your final thought for the day before you close your eyes and go to sleep. How is tomorrow going to be? What kind of a day am I going to have tomorrow? Set yourself up in advance for having a wonderful day. That's it. My 10 minutes is done. I went a little teeny tiny bit over, even though I started a couple of minutes early. So I will say for now, it's been wonderful talking with you guys. If you have any thoughts, if you have any questions, what would you like for me to talk about? Let me know. Share with me those ideas, and we'll see you back again next time with tips from the trough. Until then, get out there, be productive, and soar higher. Talk to y'all again real soon. Bye bye.